In progress.
Stay.
Sure.
You.
What'd you say?
I said you're the most aloof player.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That's awful.
Thank you.
That is terrible. You don't have to entertain that with a smile.
Rajon, what have you seen in practice from LeBron, Russ, and AD together that gets you excited about seeing it in a quasi game?
this is the first game playing on, right? I mean, just their competitive nature, the way they compete. I'm usually on the opposite team of those guys, and it's hard to win against them. So when they bring it on the floor each night, each possession, they're easy top 5 out of the best players in the game, top 3 to 5 for me.
You obviously have competed with Russell, and I think you've said that it was like you guys were trying to kill each other. It was like on the court. Now that you're a few weeks into being teammates with him, how has that experience been different for you? Seeing not the opponent side of him, but seeing the teammate side of him. What's that been like?
He's a funny guy. We have a lot of things in common. To no surprise, like I said, even on the playing cards, it's the competitive nature he plays with. You can't get anything past him, and he's always trying to win anything he does.
Russ has kind of said these turnovers that he's had in the first 2 exhibitions are pretty easily correctable for him. What do you kind of see as passer yourself as just sort of the adjustments that is there one kind of adjustment that needs to be made to cut down some of these turnovers, or is it just a timing
The
thing?
adjustment is just getting reps, continuity, understanding. I think he's never played with a big like Anthony Davis in his career, so getting used to AD, getting used to Danner and Rollers again with Dwight and DJ, and just finding and locating the shooters. And also mixing in between when he needs to be aggressive at the rim and then pass the ball. So he's a former MVP. He's Mr. NBA. He's done it all. So there's nothing that he needs to really work on. Is just understanding the guys' tendencies and getting them more development with his teammates.
A lot's been made about, yesterday being the 1-year anniversary of you guys winning the title. You've gone on quite the journey since.
Yeah, so like
then.
3-4 years ago. But
what do you remember about actually leaving the bubble? Like when it was over and you could go home and
just driving again. You get to drive a car for about 3 months. Just being out in the real world. Say that like it is a bubble, and I'm gonna say you take many things for granted, but being in that situation, there's so many things as far as some food to, like I said, being in the car again versus getting on the bus every day. There's a lot of different things you got to get back accustomed to in real world, but nevertheless, it was a great experience, and what a better way to leave the bubble than win a championship.
Was there one thing that you remember, like being like, oh, I have to readjust to this thing? Like, what was like?
I would say driving. I got back on the road. I think I drove from Orlando to Miami after we won the championship. So like I say, get on the road for 3 hours. Me being in the driver's seat going 120 was a good experience.
Did you rent a car?
No.
Yeah. Statute of limitations is up anyway.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
If you guys are already dealing with a few injuries, I'm curious how the loss of Trevor and Taylon kind of affects the rotation. Just what
it definitely affects it, but it's always been here as a leg of basketball, it's next man up mentality. Obviously, those guys are still close to us around the locker room and continue to develop our chemistry off the court as well. So, nevertheless, it's part of the game. It's a long season, and we haven't even started yet. So, hopefully, we get those guys back pretty soon and get back to regular rotations.
You've seen Taylon's growth over the last couple of seasons. I mean, did you feel like he was poised to take a leap?
I thought I saw it within the bubble. When he used to be on the scout team, when he was out to be Russell and James during those series, he would destroy us. And, we got to see his talent where there was no plays called for him. He just got the ball and made plays. And for me, I think that was a turning point where I thought he would be a hell of a player.
You either played with or played against everybody on this team except for Austin Reeves. I'm curious kind of what's been your take on him. He's played a lot.
Fearless. He's been hitting the face more than any rookie in the league, I'm sure already. We got to get him a face mask for not be soon. But like I said, he's just fearless. He plays the right way. Obviously, he's a knockdown shooter. And then he's always, asking me questions. He sits next to me on the bench. He talks to Coach Field, Coach Mike Timworthy. So you can obviously see he's a sponge and student of the game. So I think that's going to be great for his development in the future.
The questions he asks you, are you impressed with the stuff that he's noticing or asking about?
Yeah, I mean, even today in the shoot-around, he was talking about a situation where, guys come up and pin down if we were top lock. And I was telling him that we don't do that here, but it was a great question, obviously coming from his great background as far as him knowing the game, because that's what you normally do against shooters, top lock. But you know, our team, our personnel, what Coach Frank wants of us is not what we do here.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, man.